Good morning and thank you everyone for coming. My name is Steve White and I'm proud to be president of the California Association of Realtors. Our members, brokers and agents, stand united with home builders and affordable housing advocates in opposition to the federal tax proposals that would significantly hurt middle-class Californians. In fact, in newspapers across California and Washington, D.C. today, our association has shared an open letter to President Donald Trump and the members of the California congressional delegation. We want to be professional and unmistakably clear in what we stand for and what we are fighting to protect. Home ownership has been and always will be the foundation of opportunity for Americans across our great nation. It provides wealth, opportunity, and sustains communities where families live, work, and contribute to society. Despite these undeniable benefits, the tax proposals punish homeowners by eliminating the financial benefits and leaving hundreds of thousands of people across California much worse off than they are today. If the goal of tax reform is to help middle-class Americans keep more of their hard-earned money, this proposal fails the test. Tax reform shouldn't hurt Californians, but the federal proposals do, in a very big way. They eliminate important incentives that help first-time homebuyers by capping the mortgage interest deduction, limit property tax deductibility, and change capital gains exemptions. From the Oregon border south to San Diego, working Californians take a beating under the proposals. The average California house costs 2.5 times the national average, and housing supply projections show the state will be nearly 3 million houses short by 2020. Only 32% of California families are able to purchase a median-priced home. With home ownership already a stretch or out of reach altogether for so many Californians, now is not the time to make owning a home more difficult. The California Association of Realtors represents nearly 200,000 men and women who work to help people achieve the American dream of home ownership. We will fight to protect policies that help people build wealth so they can send their children to college, pay for health insurance, or start a small business. Home ownership does all these things and more. It gives people a sense of community, helps them plant roots, and makes a stronger and more prosperous society. Taking these opportunities away ignores the values of our nation and puts our economic future at risk. The objectives behind the house tax plan may be well-intended, but puts at risk one of the cornerstones of America's society. Homeowners, families hoping to someday buy their first home, small business owners, and realtors must call their congressional representatives to urge them to reject this misguided proposal. The effects would be catastrophic. We urge Congress to do the right thing. Next, I'd like to welcome Amy Glad, Interim CEO for California Building Industry Association, to share her perspective on behalf of California's home builders.
As Steve White of the California Association of Realtors just stated, the dream of home ownership is a fundamental aspiration and core value for hardworking Americans. Housing is also a major stimulus to the economy, a tremendous job generator, and an essential component for wealth creation for first-time homeowners, minorities, and middle-class families. With too many Californians already falling into poverty and housing becoming increasingly out of reach for many, we would strongly encourage changes that promote and assist more Americans to achieve the dream of home ownership. We are asking that Congress carefully consider 3 things. First, maintain the existing mortgage interest deduction. in states such as California, where the median home price is $533,000, it is essential for homeowners to be able to deduct the full amount of their mortgage interest. We are concerned that limiting the deduction will have a depressive effect, particularly in California, which could lead to a housing recession. Second, protect private activity tax-exempt bonds for affordable housing. Throughout the nation, and in California especially, our housing crisis is having a profound impact on struggling families. Tax-exempt bonds are a critical tool in financing the development of affordable housing and should be maintained. And finally, preserve property tax deductions. Homeowners' ability to write off the full amount of their property tax is vital to safeguarding homeownership. The proposals unfairly disadvantage middle-class homeowners in California who already suffer from high housing costs. We stand united with our colleagues to encourage Congress in pursuit of its tax reform to promote and incentivize homeownership for all. Here to discuss about the impact to affordable housing is Marina Wyant, Policy Director for the California Housing Consortium.
Thank you, Amy. Good morning. My name is Marina Wyant, Policy Director with the California Housing Consortium, a nonpartisan advocacy organization for the production and preservation of low and moderate income housing. It's been mere weeks since California passed sweeping housing legislation to finally jumpstart affordable housing production across the state. Like many of our housing partners, CHC rejoiced in what this means for people who have been struggling for years to make ends meet. The permanent source of funding in SB 2 and the housing bond in SB 3 that voters will pass next year means California can finally begin to help the 1 in 3 Californians who can't afford their rents and the 1.7 million households that spend more than 50% of their incomes on housing costs. So it is infuriating to see our own congressional leaders who know the depth of this crisis on the verge of taking a wrecking ball to the new foundation California has put in place. The House GOP tax plan eliminates private activity bonds that are responsible for financing 2/3 of all affordable housing built in the state and make it possible for single mothers, seniors, veterans to have safe, affordable homes. Instead of eliminating private activity bonds, the GOP should be supporting and expanding the successful partnership of private sector resources, market forces, and state-level administration. We must be clear. The House GOP tax plan will devastate California's ability to build affordable homes, costing us $2.2 billion annually and leading to the loss of 2,000 affordable homes each year. And over a 10-year period, the state can expect to lose 262,000 affordable homes, 296,000 jobs. California's affordable housing gap already sits at more than 1.5 million affordable rental homes. Policies and plans that only add to our housing and homelessness crises and deficits cannot be an option. We urge our 14 GOP Congress members to stand up and protect crucial federal housing bonds that engage the private sector in building safe, affordable homes for thousands of Californians.
Today, as realtors, home builders, and affordable housing advocates, we are standing together to help save homeownership through urging our strong opposition to federal tax proposals that would hurt middle-class Californians, and are calling upon our California congressional delegation to do the right thing, and that's to keep incentives that promote the American and California dream of owning a home. Thank you for attending.